The crypto markets are looking weaker and weaker with every passing moment. I am actually right now looking to add to my short exposure to the market, but it is not time to pull the trigger just yet. I'm going to explain what will lead me to get even bigger into this short position that I'm currently building up in just a moment. Let's get right into it. So first of all, let's take a little review of the price action since we last spoke. You can see currently we are trading at about $70,888. And I actually want to take a slightly more zoomed in view on this right now. Maybe not that zoomed in, but we'll leave it just about there. So I'm here on the hourly chart. And what I want to point out to you is this price action that we're seeing around the highs that we put in yesterday. If I draw a line in there from yesterday's high, that was 71,836. Look at this sort of wiki behavior as we got up to there today, right? So we broke above just briefly, immediately sold off back down, broke it again, and then it was all over from there. Look at this, right? Down to about 2%, okay, all the way down to 70,500. Came up to tag that level just again, didn't quite make it this time, and then immediately sold off back down to where we are right now, $70,880 at the time of recording. Now, I don't usually look at charts in this much detail, but basically what this is telling me is this level, this high that we put in yesterday, or 2 days ago, I should say, sorry, on the 23rd of March, depending on where you're watching this, on the announcement that the war in Iran might be over very soon, or at least they were in peace talks to make that happen. That level has been contested, but we have not yet managed to hold that level, okay? Value hasn't changed. Now, we know that was immediately, any hope of that going through anytime soon was immediately rubbed out pretty much. People speculating that that was even fake news, market manipulation, etc. Whatever it was, the point is we have in the last trading session just gone by contested that level again and been pretty much rejected. It did look like for a moment there it looked like we might have it, but absolutely not, unfortunately. Now this could all change in the future, but my point is that new high, okay, put in at, we'll call that the new fundamental high on the basis that the war in Iran might be over sooner than people think, has not been maintained in any shape or form, right? Sure, we're not sitting as low as we are immediately after we had the bad news, the flip side of that. But the point is that level for right now is just not being maintained. And when you take that into a broader context, right, if we zoom out quite a bit more than that, again here, still on the hourly chart, you can see what I'm talking about. You can see that if we draw this fixed range volume profile in for the entirety of the range from present all the way back until the 6th of February, the low that we put in, you can see that this area of volume has stretched a little bit, this node, the thick bit of the chart, if you want it in those terms, to the point where basically the point of control here, i.e. the area of the most volume conducted, around $69,000, is pretty much on par with where we're trading right now, 70,100, at least in terms of volume. And you've got a little bit of a dip in there, but it's not massively significant. Remember, prices tend to magnetize towards areas of higher volume, that is, prices at which they've been accepted in the past. I spent a lot of time there, time on a volume basis, and tend to move rather quickly through areas of lower volume. We can sometimes bounce at high volume nodes or at the point of control, but in this case, it's getting messier, okay? And it's getting broader, basically, so the lines are blurring. Yes, you can see we bounced off the point of control there, but if you draw that back a little bit, okay, fine. This time it worked. The point is, there's essentially gravity in this high volume area, which is causing prices to tend back towards that. Now, that means two things. First of all, yes, I'm happy sitting in this short position. Number one, because it's very small, and number two, because we were in that from 73K, right, which is obviously a fair ways off now, which means that we are still up in profit on that trade, $100. Not a big position, right? Nothing really to write home about. But my point is, I'm still short the market right now. And considering getting more short the market for the same reasons that I got into this position initially, right? In my opinion, this reaction was not enough to, how do I put this? People were overexcited about the potential, right? The very vague potential of the end of the war in Iran. People got in on that with leverage, but that's not a massive move, okay, on the basis of that. There's a lot of people right now saying, yeah, Bitcoin isn't absolutely destroyed. It's doing way better than it could be doing given the current geopolitical situation. But it's also not responding particularly well to potential ends to that. Now, there's a couple of different ways you could look to that. Maybe people are seeing through the hyperbole, we'll say, and not getting overexcited about it. But if you take a look at Fear and Greed Index, you can see this also swinging around massively. Today we're at 35 on the Fear and Greed Index. But all this to say, when you're in a situation where the market gets somewhat excited about good news, but not incredibly excited about good news, yeah, I don't think it's particularly bullish. Couple that with the fact that it seems things are actually very much getting worse in the Middle East. I mean, look at this headline: Iran-US war latest. Trump prepared to unleash hell if Tehran does not negotiate, says the White House. Yeah, clearly that's not conducive to peace talks. We're not there yet. So my point is, yeah, not a particularly bullish situation for the market. We kind of tested the waters with some bullish news yesterday, but the reaction really wasn't particularly strong. And we saw people jumping in on that on leverage, even though the reaction wasn't particularly strong. And we saw those people just getting absolutely hammered yesterday, right? You can still see remnants of this. In fact, no, you can't, excuse me. In the liquidations, $160 billion worth of short liquidations over the last 24 hours. But the reason we're not one of those, even though we're currently short and we're actually up on this trade, is because, by we, I mean me, is because this isn't a massive position and we're positioned cleanly up at 73k. Bottom line, I want to add into this position for all the reasons that I just explained, but I don't want to add into this position right now. Yes, we have approached and rejected local highs, but right now I'm reading into the volume profile. And what the volume profile is telling me is we're so close to this area of high volume, this area where prices have been accepted basically for this range that we've been in since the lows, that any sort of gain I would be getting playing on the mean reversion is going to be minimal compared to where I am right now. What I could look to do is to add to that short position as we approach these highs, right? More structural highs and further away from the area of high volume on the volume profile. I've just drawn some horrible squiggles on my chart there. But all that to say, yes, I would be interested, depending on how we get there and depending on the reaction, I'd be interested in shorting these highs unless we see some sort of massive fundamental change. Even if we did, and that caused us to get up to those points, then, of course, define massive fundamental change. But my point is, some sort of news-based move that took us up there, I would expect to be feeble. And I would expect us to find out pretty quickly whether or not that was feeble or based in, or a strong move, right? Because we'd see it happening at the highs. I would expect probably a little capping of those highs, obvious eventual sell-off, and then liquidations of everyone who got long on the way, and ultimately a mean reversion. That would be a good short setup. The second would be an approach to these highs up here at about $79,000. But that is the point I want to make with this video, right? Right now I'm positioned short. I'm in the luxury of being positioned already. Not in the luxury of being in a big position, but part of that is due to the volatility of the situation, right? The volatility of the market and the volatility of the situation. I do want to add to that position, because I think it's an obvious setup, but right now is not the time to do it. So waiting patiently for slightly higher prices in order to get shorts. Two, ultimately, you guessed it, if you've been paying attention, keep accumulating spot Bitcoin at lower prices. Because a lot of the different theories that one can have about the market really depend on time frame. Okay, so yes, short term, I do think we're going down from here, even if we come up first on the micro time frame. Long term, yeah, I think we're starting to get closer to that point where we can build a bottom. At least we're a lot closer than we were at 126k, right? And it might sound stupid to say that, but the point remains. In all likelihood, we are closer to the bottom than we were months ago. I don't think we're there just yet, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing if you're thinking purely selfishly, pragmatically about your investment portfolio, because you can accumulate an asset that you ultimately believe in long term at lower prices. As always, though, that is purely my opinion, shared just for entertainment purposes. Thanks so much for watching. There is plenty more to come. Catch you in the next one. Bye.